What is going on, YouTube? My name is Instant Poison, and today I'm going to be bringing you some Halo 4 gameplay. This is Infinity Slayer on Haven. This is probably one of the first gameplays I've put up in over a year, and I really don't have anything to say about that. I just wasn't feeling making videos, playing video games as much. I was doing other things. But this time of year, with Halo 4, Black Ops, Assassin's Creed, Dishonored, all these amazing games that have come out. I also got a new capture card, which is a high-definition HDMI cable, as opposed to the component I was running in the past. So I've been a little bit more motivated to come out and make videos. Also, one of my good friends, Rick Kakis, posted a video a while back. He was calling it the COD Player's Guide to Halo. And I'm going to kind of rip off that idea from him a little bit. I hope he's okay with that. And I'm a Halo player at my roots. Halo was the first game that I really played for the Xbox. Halo 2 was the first shooter I got into that made me get Xbox Live. I didn't really start playing Call of Duty up until the beginnings of Modern Warfare 2. So I feel a lot more home at this game. I feel a lot better about it. And I feel like a lot of Call of Duty players kind of give Halo some... They like to trash talk Halo and give it slack for not being a very fun game or things like that. But I think it's really easy to not enjoy a game that, let's be honest, you're just not good at. In Call of Duty, it's easy to run and gun, go into rooms, get high kill streaks, be the boss of your team, and win games. And as long as you have a high KD, you're going to be happy. The problem with that is you can be winning games, you can be doing well, you can be positive, and for some weird reason, as long as I didn't get the #1 kill streak on my class, I'm still pissed off. Halo, on the other hand, is all about winning. It's about teamwork, it's about strategy. You have to have skill and accuracy, you have to have skills with map knowledge or movements. The first thing I want to point out, just because I'm trying to do this currently as we're watching, is a lot of Call of Duty players, when they get the radar in Halo, they try to rush red dots. They see red dots on their radar, they go in, they think, yeah, this is great, there's two guys, I'm going to run in there, I'm going to get some kills, I'm going to be the best, and 95% of the time they end up dying like little bitches. The problem is, you can be the best Halo player in the world, but if you get double teamed, you're likely going to lose that battle. Something I'm trying to do currently is pay a lot more attention, as I almost killed my teammate with that grenade. I'm trying to pay a lot more attention on my radar to the green dots. I find a lot of people are very oblivious to where their teammate is, especially if you're coming from a Call of Duty background where you actually used to try to avoid your teammates. Halo would be the opposite. Halo, you're trying to be self-aware of where all your team is at one time, move together in a unit, don't leave anybody alone, and the best Halo players are the ones who are always aware of what their team's doing. They're never going to rush into a scenario when they don't have backup. They're never going to watch their teammate rush into a scenario and just let them go die. If you do that, you're a sick and twisted Call of Duty player, and you should just go back to Black Ops and play that shitty game all day long. What I'm trying to do personally is I'm trying to stick with the teammate at all times. Because I have a shotgun, I'm not letting the other team know that. I'm just walking around with my DMR. I'm maybe putting shots on people, and then if for whatever reason I realize I'm alone, I either challenge the one guy with my shotgun, or I peace out by sprinting to the other side. I'm like a pussy. Right there, for example, I got caught in a situation by myself. I tried to run back to my teammate, but it was too late. One of the things that I also want to point out too is a lot of the times Call of Duty players tend to feel like they're getting outgunned or out just BR, DMR'd, whatever you want to call it. And 90% of the time it's due to the strafe that your character is doing. A lot of Call of Duty players are used to remaining steady, or maybe crouching or lying down, or doing something that's going to give them a clear shot at whatever their enemy may be. Halo's a lot different than that. Halo's all about the angles that you're going to be running at. You want to make sure that there's as much in between you as your enemy as possible as you're running either parallel beside them or away. And when you're running at somebody, you're going to want to make it as complicated. Like right there, for example, I was just stupid. I walked in by myself. I tried to take on a couple guys knowing they were all there, and I just got destroyed. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a proper strafe, whether that is randomly going left to right periodically, or jumping, which I'll touch on in a second, or crouching, or whatever it may be. You're going to want to go into custom games, practice with friends, go into an octagon, whatever it may be, and develop your own style. I find a lot of people get very used to jumping for some weird reason, thinking that jumping is going to save them, which to a degree is true, except you're only ever going to want to jump in a gunfight at the end of the battle. Since it takes 4 shots to the body and 1 to the head to kill in this game, the only benefit of jumping would be on the headshot, because any good Halo player is going to be aiming for the body the entire time, and if you jump, all that's going to change is from the body to the feet, which is going to do the exact same amount of damage. Plus, you're now a target that's moving in a linear line, and they're just going to kick your ass. Whereas, if you're already shieldless and you jump on the last shot where they're trying to hit you in the head, that's where you're going to get the most benefit, because they're trying to now aim for your head, and when you jump, they're now going to hit, let's say, your torso as opposed to that, and it's going to take them a couple more shots to realign. So a lot of Call of Duty players are really in the habit of jumping around and just being kind of sporadic. Any veteran Halo player is just going to shit on your face when you do that, and it's really not going to be beneficial. This guy right here, he played this so well. I threw a grenade and I thought I would challenge, and he literally just sat there shooting me in the face, not moving into the grenade. Normally when I challenge people, I intend for them to retreat, and then that's kind of when I plan out my routes, and that guy just did not. Another thing that really happens in Halo a lot more than Call of Duty is Call of Duty is all about cycling the map. It's about moving from one location to another and killing everything that lies between you and that next spot. Halo, I'm gonna get called out on this, but Halo is a little bit more about the camping style. Since the maps aren't as big, there's not as many rooms, something like Haven's a little bit more linear, it's very much more about the map control and having a specific part of the map that you feel comfortable with, that you have the best angles on. Personally, a lot of people like to go to the top of the map, which in Haven in particular, I don't really think that's beneficial unless you have a 4-player team that's going to have a solid map control. Being sitting ducks top center is very rarely proper. What I normally recommend is holding one of the ramps and just cycling from top to bottom, and then that always gives you abilities to run away, to run up the side, to jump down, whatever it may be. But try to stay out of the middle as much as possible. This other team right now is kind of trapped down here. It's too easy for grenades to have. We can spawn at who knows which side, can drop down on them. It's too easy for them to be dominated. This guy, for example, gets kind of lucky jumping in from top center and killing me. If I had had a teammate behind me or a group of guys, we easily could have taken him out, and it would have just been the sacrifice of his own life. Now, what I'm going to do here is exactly what I told you guys not to do. I'm going to try to maintain the top map control, get a couple kills. I don't know if you can see on my screen, but there's actually shots coming in from the right-hand side, and so I'm going to try to maintain my position right around here, except for the exact same reasons we don't want to go top center. It's too easy to get grenades to come in. It's too many angles, and I couldn't maintain it there. I'm actually going to lose the game for my team right now by being an idiot. So yeah, try to avoid these situations. Try to play your angles and keep away from grenades or people spawning around you. You never want to be too centralized in this game. But that's commentary, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's good to be making videos again, and I'll catch you all next time.